C'est le Nova Club. Jusqu'à 22h, on est en direct de l'hôtel de Ville, carrément. David Bola avec moi. Et on est ravis de recevoir Annie Saint-Vincent. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Ça va bien?
Muy bien.
Okay. I want to try your level of French, but I see you skip to Spanish directly. How are you?
I'm very good.
Okay.
I'm very good.
You had a bit of heat wave in Paris, or because it's refreshing a bit now?
It's beautiful now, yeah. But no, I was out all day yesterday, getting to take in the sights.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So I'm having a great time.
Ok, bah elle est arrivée, c'est ça. Hier, elle a passé du bon temps.
C'est ça, exactement. Exactement. Elle a passé un bon moment. Elle a profité de la vue, quoi. What are you going to see when you're coming to Paris?
Let's see. Yesterday, I made a series of well-intentioned stops. The first was to the Museum d'Orsay, which I arrived at 15 minutes too late, and they were closed. And then I thought, oh, you know what? I do want to see the catacombs. So I took a cab to the catacombs, and all the tickets were sold out for the day.
Oh, yeah. So what did you achieve?
And then I said, fuck it. I'm going to the Marais, and I'm going to go have a drink and some
I think you had a really Parisian experience.
Yeah.
Like you're going out, everything is closed. Donc elle dit qu'elle a essayé de faire plein d'arrêts très bien pensés. Donc d'abord elle est allée au musée d'Orsay, c'était fermé. Elle est allée aux catacombes, c'était fermé. Et donc elle est allée dans le Marais.
Boire des verres.
Voilà, qui est toujours une bonne idée.
Do you remember the first time you played in Paris? Was it as Saint-Vincent or was it with Polyphonic Spree or...
The first time I played in Paris was with Sufjan Stevens.
Yeah, okay.
In probably 2005 as part of his band.
Okay.
And I would have been, maybe that was 2006, but I was opening the show and then playing in his band. So I guess I would have come as Saint-Vincent.
Ok.
Yeah.
Elle dit que c'était déjà Saint-Vincent, qu'elle a fait, j'auto-traduis, qu'elle a fait la première partie à l'époque, elle était avec Sufjan Stevens, et qu'elle faisait la première partie de Sufjan Stevens, mais qu'en même temps, elle était aussi dans le groupe de Sufjan Stevens, et ce soir, elle est donc en direct de l'Hôtel de Ville. Le dernier album est sorti en 2024. Ce qui est intéressant aussi, c'est qu'il y a une version espagnole qui t'a interpellé, Monsieur Bola, je crois bien.
Yeah, we talked about the fact that you released a record last year, and you also released a Spanish version of the same record, and I wondered about that, like what was the idea behind doing this, and what was the process of translating this record from English to Spanish?
Sure. Well, the reason I did it was kind of twofold. One, I've just always had really wonderful concert experiences in Mexico and Spain and South America, and I thought, well, one, I want to get a lot better at Spanish. And maybe the way to do that is to translate this record into Spanish and kind of say to fans who have been listening to my music in my first language, English, for many years, kind of say, well, I'm trying to meet you halfway in your language. And the process of translating it, I mean, I did it with my best friend who's from Monterrey, Mexico. So it's a little bit more idiomatically Mexican, I would say, but it was beautiful because you had to translation. Language is fascinating, and I had to kind of go back. And when there wasn't a direct translation for something, I'd have to go back and go, yeah, okay, well, what do I mean? And I found that I allowed myself a sort of some more gentle choices of words in Spanish that I didn't allow myself in English.
More cash in English?
Yeah.
More cash? More direct?
Yeah.
More aggressive?
Well, actually, sometimes gentler. Yeah.
Okay.
Like...
Alors pour dire ce qu'elle nous a expliqué, donc elle expliquait que pour elle aussi c'est l'occasion elle chante en fait depuis toujours en anglais, mais elle sait que elle a un public au Mexique, elle a un public en Amérique latine, elle a un public en Espagne, et donc c'est intéressant aussi pour elle d'aller un petit peu se rapprocher d'eux en allant utiliser la langue espagnole. Et donc elle a travaillé avec une amie à elle qui est hispanophone, mais elle dit aussi que forcément il y a quelque chose qui se perd un petit peu, Lost in Translation, qui se perd un petit peu quand on traduit, et donc elle a dû être un petit peu plus directe dans les mots qu'elle choisissait pour sa version espagnole de son album.
Écoutons juste 10-15 secondes de ce que ça donne en espagnol, Sin Vincent. Donc l'original était sorti en 2023. Là, c'est la version espagnole. Do you know the lyrics in Spanish now without reading them?
Oh yeah. El mero cero is like, that's like, it's not big time nothing. It's like a boss who's a zero. Mero's like boss.
Okay.
But
you had someone in mind when you thought about that?
Myself.
Oh.
This entire song is just a daily inner monologue that I have to try to keep at bay.
Okay. I thought also about the fact that this album was born in a way in Spain. I think it was in Madrid that you saw a painting of Francisco Goya, and I wondered if that's also part of the reason that you included Spanish in the process of that record.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I worked on the visual side of the record with my good friend Alex Corte, who's a really, major American modern artist, and we were walking around El Prado trying to kind of get inspiration because I had played in the record. The record was done. I had played it for him, and we were just trying to, I don't know, find a language, a visual language for it, and we walked into the Goya, pinturas negras, so the black paintings, and saw just this mania, and black and white and all the colors of the fire, and so I think we both kind of looked at each other and went, yeah, this is the way in to the visual.
Donc on parlait aussi du fait qu'il y a une partie de cet album qui est née à Madrid, et elle raconte donc avec son associé qu'elle est allée dans un musée à Madrid et qu'elle a vu des tableaux d'un peintre espagnol qui s'appelle Francisco Goya, et si vous voyez peut-être, c'est le tableau avec un espèce d'immense géant qui mange un bébé. C'est un truc très très glauque, très très sombre, et elle disait c'est exactement ce type d'imagerie qu'on veut chercher pour notre album, quoi.
Il y a aussi des nouveautés qui sont sorties après l'album en anglais, la version espagnole. Là, c'est la bande. On dit un mot d'abord, qu'elle nous le présente peut-être, ce morceau.
Oui, yeah, we wondered also about your latest record that came out this year, DOA, so Death of a Unicorn.
Not dead on arrival.
Dead on arrival, yeah. It was play. It's both.
Yeah. And I wondered, how did you get involved with that movie? Because at first it's a movie.
Yeah, no, I was approached by the director in A24 asking if I wanted to write basically a theme song for this movie. And I'd never done that before, so I watched the movie and I thought, oh, I like this. Like, I like this movie so much. It kind of straddles that line of, 80s, like our favorite movies from the 80s, like, I don't know, Goonies or something, but also with this magical realism, but also it kind of goes horror too, in a kind of funny way. So I wrote this song in a few days and was like, does this work for your movie?
Is it at the beginning of the movie or at the end?
It's the end credits. Okay. I knew when it was supposed to come in. Okay. I knew it was just supposed to come in and I knew the tone, so I was like, okay, well, what happens if, Joy Division and Prince hang out? What happens?
That's a good part to hang out.
Yeah.
And it's really 80s, as you say, it's really 80s in the sound. Yeah.
The movie is very 80s inspired to me, so that makes sense.
J'ai pas vu le film, mais alors je vous raconte donc ce qu'on disait. Donc elle a été approchée par la maison A24, donc qui fait énormément de films, pour faire la bande son de ce film Death of a Unicorn. Donc elle a dit oui, carrément, avec plaisir. Et elle est allée chercher un truc très années 80, parce que le scénario du film, donc c'est un père et sa fille qui renversent une licorne en voiture, et après il y a tout un tas d'aventures, etc. Et elle disait ça fait 13 années 80, ça me fait penser aux Goonies, et donc je vais essayer d'aller chercher ce type de son là. Même elle a dit, pour moi c'est un peu un mi-chemin entre Prince et Joy Division.
Joy Division musicalement. Écoutons le single, on est avec Sin Vincent dans le Nova Club. DOA, c'est le nom de ce morceau de Sin Vincent. Wait, it's my French accent, is not the DOA.
No, that was perfect. I was just listening back to the song because I haven't heard it since I put it out, and I was drinking so much coffee and staying up so late because I had like 2 days to write it, and it sounds like it when I listen back to it. I'm like trying to do Ray of Light or something.
Wrote it or produced it? And,
wrote it, produced it, played everything. Just everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it unusual for you to do it in such a short amount of time?
Yeah, I mean, I think with like my last record, All Born Screaming, I really, that was like a labor. But it's really fun to just have an assignment.
Là, donc elle l'a fait très vite, en 2 jours. Mais effectivement, like you said on your last LP, you said that you do it for the first time totally with musicians, obviously, but you produced it. And it looks like you're more exigent with yourself when you're all alone than a producer has to be with you. You said that you were remaking the voices again and again and again. It was right.
Yeah, I think when you don't have someone else in the room saying, you got it, kid, move on, you will take it past the point. But you just, if you're producing yourself, you have to know and find, like, when it's really, really, really right. And when you really sang your heart out and when you're like, yeah, okay, I guess that was okay. So it's just it's a more punishing process, is the case.
Elle dit que... elle dit qu'en fait, quand tu travailles avec d'autres personnes, il y a une personne qui va te dire, oui, c'est bon, cette prise, elle était bonne, etc. Ouais. Mais donc, quand tu travailles seul, en fait, t'as pas cette personne-là qui est présente et donc tu recommences et c'est pour ça qu'elle est aussi exigeante avec elle-même.
But the main difference is tonight you're gonna play it live, and live is only a one-time opportunity to do it. Is it more because a lot of artists now sometimes do a record and thinking, am I gonna be able to do it live?
Yeah.
But it seems it's not the concern you have when you're making it, and then after you have to do it live in one take.
Yeah, but when I'm on tour and when I'm putting on a show, I kind of go into a different gear, and I also I like to train for tour like an athlete. Mm-hmm. Like tonight's an hour show, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, great, it's a power hour. We're gonna go out and attack for an hour, and then you leave. I don't know, leave. Everything I'm thinking of is sports metaphors, leave it on the field. I mean, you can see some of my bruises have healed, yes. But that's what we're working with. It's a rock show.
Oh, ok.
Elle dit qu'elle approche ça un petit peu comme une athlète, quoi. Donc elle a 1 heure de show et elle donne tout pendant 1 heure et toutes les métaphores qu'elle utilise pour parler de sa musique, c'est souvent lié au sport. Et après elle disait, regardez, là j'ai bossé toute la journée, j'ai des bleus, je me suis donné sur le terrain, quoi.
You eat yourself different parts of...
I don't mean to. I just
I hope so.
No. It's not full like Gigi Allen. It's just when you're going and you're in the moment, you are jumping and you're running into the crowd and you're doing stuff. You just you bonk yourself.
But at the end of the tour, are you okay or?
Oh yeah. I mean, they dropped me the other day in Bournemouth. I fell hard. That hurt.
Elle a une chute il y a quelques jours. But the difference with being an athlete is an athlete kind of has to win every night, every time that person plays. Is it something that you can also see in music? You'll feel, okay, tonight I need to do better than I did last time. Tonight I need to be a better athlete than I used to be at the last show.
Definitely. It's always about, okay, how can I do it better, sing it better, go deeper, and then it also just naturally happens because when you get on tour and you really start playing the shows, you have a new relationship to the music, you have a new relationship to the crowd every single night, and sometimes there's just crowds that give it so much that you're like, okay, I'm one-upping you. I have to match you. And it's a really kind of beautiful thing where we can dream the same violent dream for an hour and a half.
Wow.
Elle dit donc oui absolument, en fait il faut pour elle se dépasser à chaque fois, c'est aussi comme ça qu'elle amène son choix un petit peu plus loin et puis souvent c'est le public qui la pousse à sortir des choses d'elle et aller un petit peu plus loin, quoi.
Si le public est chaud, elle sera encore plus chaude que le public. 2 petites questions pour terminer. You're gonna play Before Air. Before tonight.
Playing Before Air, and I'm so excited to see Air. We've played a few shows now one in Hong Kong with Air, just on the same festivals. I'm so grateful that we're on this circuit with them and I get to see them play.
Okay. Did you saw the stage already? You did the sound check and everything? Or?
We didn't have a sound check today because it's a busy day.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you didn't saw the stage?
I didn't see. I haven't seen anything, but I can't wait.
Yeah, it's a nice view. Elle dit qu'elle a déjà fait pas des concerts vraiment, mais ils sont retrouvés dans des festivals avec Air et elle a bien envie de voir évidemment le concert. Elle nous l'a demandé hors antenne, on lui racontait un petit peu. Et elle n'a pas vu encore parce qu'elle va jouer quand même sur la place de l'Hôtel de Ville. Donc tu vois Notre-Dame à ta gauche. Tu vois pas mal de choses. It's a fun question. One last question. Are you still listening to David Bowie, Bowie track every day?
I don't listen to David Bowie every day, but I listen to David Bowie. I have a great now, turntable, and I will put on I will put on Lodger, when the day is finally done. And listen to it from start to finish.
Okay, it's gonna be Scary Monsters again.
I love Scary Monsters.
Okay, we can end up with It's No Game if you like. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you
Merci
so much.
Saint-Vincent.
Yeah.
Le Nova Club.
Jusqu'à 22h, le Nova Club en direct du Fnac Live Paris.